Dave Refson, Gerry DiNardo, Howard Griffith. We are at the first stop on our tour of the Big Ten in Bloomington, Indiana, where one of the big stories is the new defensive coordinator, Tom Allen, and whether or not they can improve this Hoosier defense. And guys, it got us thinking, so many interesting new coordinator situations in the Big Ten. Which one intrigues you the most?
I'm going to go to Ohio State, but I'm going to go to both sides if I can bend the rules a little bit.
You always have
on
to.
the first day.
Yeah.
On the first day. Because the offensive staff really hasn't changed titles. Ed Warren is the offensive coordinator, and so is Tim Beck. But Urban Meyer said during the offseason that last year he made a mistake because Ed had to coach the offensive line. He was on the sidelines during the game. And once they switched Ed Warner to the press box, that really helped him. After the season, then they switched Ed Warner to the tight end. So he's the tight ends, and now he's the play call from upstairs. It's a little different than they started a year ago. I think that's important. And how about Luke Fickell? Luke Fickell has been linebacker coach, defensive line coach, then he was interim head coach, and then he was defensive coordinator with another co-coordinator. This year it's Greg Schiano. So for the third or fourth time, Luke's position has somewhat changed, and in every situation, he has performed outstanding and really done a great job. He's always fun to watch, but the way he has maneuvered all these inner staff changes, I think is really impressive.
Yeah, he's really done a good job. We've had a chance to cover him, and you watch him, continue to watch him grow as a coordinator. For me, I'm going to go to Michigan. I'm going to go to Don Brown, and I've had an opportunity to sit in his meetings while he's kind of going through his defense, and he did a great job. Obviously, when he was at Boston College, one of the top defenses in the country last year, and you look at the record, they struggled. So now all of a sudden he comes into Michigan, and Coach Harbaugh didn't have a previous relationship. Coach Harbaugh actually calls around looking for some recommendations when he was thinking about who's the guy he's going to hire. And then we had him on the set during media day, and he just lit up like a Christmas tree talking about Coach Harbaugh, as excited as he was to have Coach Brown. And I think the key there is that he allows his young players and players, period, to go out and play fast. It looks like he's going to be able to be one of these coordinators that's going to dictate the pace with defense as opposed to watching an offense and being able to react to that.
When you asked Jim Harbaugh about him, as we did at media days, I mean, his face just lit up. He's so excited with what Don Brown could do. I think another interesting one in the East is Joe Moorhead taking over at Penn State. What's that offense going to look like as they go to more of a spread attack? But how about in the West, guys? Dave Aranda leaving Wisconsin to go to LSU. Led the nation in scoring defense last year. Justin Wilcox comes in. He basically is the entire front seven back aside from Joe Schobert, but can they keep it going? They've been so dominant defensively. We're under Aranda. See whether or not Wisconsin can once again have a top-flight defense, because that's a huge loss, the absence of Dave Aranda. All right, we'll have our observations throughout the tour. Ohio State, our next stop, so keep it right here.